We got timeout here by Triple S.
Timeout here. Triple S, the Water Boy's out there.
That's the biggest water boy I've ever seen.
Yeah, they should let him play. Stoppage of play, 6:54. I'm having a better view. Even though it's a cloudy window, I can see the view of the scoreboard better from here because I'm stuck behind the pole here to the far left of the field. You would think, Brad, that I could just turn my head and look there, but there's a big, big pole there, so we can't see nothing.
Yeah, whoever designed this field was a poor job not knowing that people are going to be staring through a window.
Putting the lights up, man. Come on. Just back it up about another 10 feet. Come on, Bennett Jones. Thank you to Principal Bennett Jones and everybody here. By the way, it was announced that Sarah Jones was announced as the homecoming queen for the Clayton Comets. And, of course, they all went crazy and bonkers here for homecoming night. One of the things I was disappointed, though, was the band. They're here. They're playing. They're in the stands playing right now. You hear them in the background playing music. But they didn't do the halftime show. They didn't get to do any halftime performance.
No, they did
because
not.
of homecoming.
Those girls in the dresses at 40-degree weather stole the show. Can you imagine that?
You said it. Yes, sir. Rocking and rolling here at Seatown. The Comets 35, the Spartans 3. We'll take a look on the road ahead for the Clayton Comets and the Triple S Spartans as we move into the postseason. We can promise you the 3 and Out Sports Network, now coming up on November 1st, known as the Community Radio Network, will have you covered for the playoffs and high school basketball during the winter. As number 8, Deron George hands it off to Devontae Whaley, number 4, the running back. He's the one that went down earlier with his knee hurting as they came back from the stop. But Mr. Burrow was on the stop for the defense of the Comets, and we are looking now at 3rd and 10 with the ball on 43.
We got a false start against Triple S. That's going back about 5 yards.
A penalty against the Spartans as well. The stop was made by the Comets at number 14, wide receiver Cameron Burrows. He's playing defense now.
That's my mistake. It's actually an illegal motion against Triple S. Still a 5-yard penalty.
Okay.
And that's going to give him a 2nd and long now.
Penalties decline. They have declined the penalty. Clayton's declined the penalty, so I guess that just puts him back at 3rd and 10 again?
Yeah. 2nd and 10.
3rd and 15, mind you. Actually, they've changed it up now. It's 3rd and 15 with the ball on the 38. Nope, 3rd and 15, now it's 3rd and 10. Make up your mind, guys. Come on here. I guess if they would have accepted the penalty, it would have been 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 15.
Yeah,
but
it was 2nd and 15.
It would be 3rd and 10 because they declined it. So here we go. Spartans ready to roll here again offensively. One more time. George is going to run with it himself instead of the fake handoff by number 4 to Whaley.
Yeah, Triple S has got to start throwing the ball. I mean, these run plays are not working. Clayton has destroying their offensive. Their offensive line is playing offensive line, defensive line, both ways the entire game. They're getting beat up. They're getting tired.
Yeah.
They've got to start trying to air the ball out and give them an opportunity to score.
And again, Devontae Whaley trying to get something there, but that was a fake run. And of course, number 8, the quarterback for the Spartans of Deron George, just stuck nowhere. I mean, it was basically you should have maybe gave it to number 4 of Whaley because you had clean open air for Whaley to run in. 35-3, 5:30 remaining in the third quarter. Second half underway here at Nixon Fowler Stadium, just outside of Highway 70 in Clayton High School. The Comets taking on the Spartans at homecoming. And we got a stoppage of play and flags and whistles blow, and looks like it's going to be a penalty against the Spartans, possibly.
It's a good thing, too, because that ball was low snapped. That could have been a fumble, and there was a Clayton guy in the area to dive on that ball at any second.
Yes, sir. But it is a penalty against the Spartans. So I guess they're going to just reset and try to punt again. Back behind 5 yards more. 4th and 22 to be exact with the ball on the 31. .31 PA announcer. 4th and 22, the ball on the 31-yard line. And it is going to be motion by number 19 for the Spartans. And a kick. They'll kick it back to Clayton. And now they're still going to get good field position. That ball's going to come to a stop just outside the 35-yard line for the Comets, Brad Tanis.
Yeah, the Triple S's punt was not a very good punt, but they got a very good favorable bounce, and it bounced another 15 yards, which obviously is going to help them out because you don't want Clayton anywhere near your territory as well as they've been running the ball today.
Now this game continues on with 4:49 in the third. 35-3. Comets out in front by 32 points. 35 for the Comets, 3 for the Spartans. And in 1st and 10, ball going on the 40-yard line for Clayton now. Thank you to our sponsors of New High HQ Energy Drink, Wooter Apparel, Osborne Company, Unforgettables, Carolina Security Consultants. Thank you to all of those sponsors. As Clayton pounds the rock up the field one more time.
Yeah, Clayton does a good job getting the screenplay off right there, and they're going to pick up about 15 yards off the screenplay. Excellent play call by the Clayton sideline.
I say that was number 88 on the carry. My laptop is literally getting frozen from the cold. Number 88 was Rodney Riggins, the wide receiver there, making the catch and carrying up the field for the Comets. Setting it up now for 1st and 10, ball on the 45. And here comes Clayton again, doing a nice little blocking formation there.
Yep, they throw a screenplay again. That's going to pick them up in 8 yards again. The same exact play. And Triple S just lets it go.
That was, of course, for the Comets, number 1 on the carry up the field, and that was number 1 of Josh Wilson. Josh Wilson getting a couple here. Again, as you said, Brad, you've got Clayton has got reserves, players on the bench. They're constantly bringing in fresh players, letting them rest, bringing in the other players, recruits, first string, second string, third string, what have you. Motion now being made by Wilson. Comets barking out the signals. Here comes Anderson. Anderson looks back. He'll throw it up. Thought better of it. Here comes George. George throws in and goes for a tackle. It's still made. A call by 25 for the Comets. He is brought down now defensively on the defense of the Spartans. Number 25 for the Comets. That is Jalen Jackson with the catch. After some crazy footwork by Anderson, the quarterback, and then, of course, he's finally brought down by the Spartans defense of Mr. number 24 of Brandon Perry, and that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was a very lucky fight. Number 32 cornerback for Triple S. That was a horse collar tackle. The referee did not notice that his hands were both inside of his shoulder pads as he drug to the ground as he was trying to see the spot of the ball. So they got away because it could have been another 15 yards, and that would have put him all the way up on the 15-yard line again.
They're breaking their way into the red zone now as we're still with the 1st and 10, ball on the 29. They're 9 yards away. Handoff by Anderson. He'll hand it off to number 4 for the Comets, and he'll power his way. Correction, that's actually number 3 of Evan Harding. Evan Harding, the runner back senior, 5'8", 160, pounds the rock, and they go into the 10, and they're in the red zone again, Brad.
Yeah, that motion play is really killing Triple S. They really can't tell if it's going to be a fake to number 3, if they're going to throw it up like they did the last play. This time they backed off. They're coming to the short side of the field, but 3 was able to get it up the field. Great blocking by the wide receiver core, allowing him to break free for another 15 yards.
So we're 1st and 10 now, ball on the 10. Well, one thing for certain, they're not going to be able to go 1st and goal anymore. They got to bring it in the end zone here. Here we go. As Anderson will hand it off one more time to Emery. Jalen Emery for the Comets, and he gets pushed back by a couple of yards. I wonder where they're going to throw this. Is a whistle?
We got a flag on the play as well.
He got pushed back, and the flag's down too. I wonder how they're going to call this one.
Going against Clayton.
Penalty against Clayton, so they're going to go back. Yeah. I was wondering what the call is going to be here. Have they made a decision yet?
It looks like they're going to flag him for an
holding.
That's what it looks like.
Call's not been made yet. Calling being made on the play from the referee. We're waiting for it here. Oh, my goodness, here. We're waiting to see what the call is. They're still talking about it down on the field, so we'll wait to see what they're going to call this as. I want to say it might have been delay a game or roughing the passer.
Oh, we got a touchdown pass right here.
And a touchdown. Wow. 13. We're looking at the penalty thing to wait for what the referee was going to call it. They went it back into play, and I'm going to say it was roughing the passer, and Cameron Burrows has called a touchdown for the Comets. Touchdown, C-Town.
Yeah, there seemed to be confusion between the two cornerbacks and safeties. They were having a conversation on the field who was covering who. The ball was snapped. They forgot to finish the conversation, and 14 just slipped by the cornerback. Yes. Was wide open in the end zone.
And we were waiting to see what the referee was going to call, and they put the ball back into play. And again, number 14, Cameron Burrows, the wide receiver senior, 5'9", pounds it in the end zone. Kick is up through the uprights. Number 85 gets another extra point for the Comets. Number 85 there making the extra point kick. And number 85 is no name. We're trying to find it here. No name. Who's number 85?
So the call we were looking at there was picked up.
It's 42-3.
The call that they picked up earlier that they threw out there was an illegal shift on the offense, which backed them up 5 yards. But obviously that didn't matter as they scored a touchdown off of it anyway.
It'd be nice to say, hey, brother, let's pack it up and head home, but it's 42-3. We ain't even played the fourth quarter yet,
Yeah,
though,
we still
Brad
got a lot
Tannis.
of football to go yet.
Fourth quarter coming up. We still got 2:44 remaining in the third. It is Comets 42, Spartans 3. Homecoming for Seatown. And, boy, they are whipping on them here tonight in Clayton. Getting ready now for the special teams. Kick the ball. We've seen several times the Comets do the onside kick. Now for the second time in a row, they decide to kick it deep to the Spartans. And Spartans will be ready to roll on the recover. Number 9 for the Spartans.
Oh, we got break
He's
tackle.
got to break through. He's going to break tackle and continue rolling. He's running. 3-4 Comets trying to bring him down. Number 4 on the return, Devontae Whaley.
And he picks up 53 yards on that return.
Good run for Devontae Whaley. Kept on going. Did not stop until 3-4 defensive men on the Comets. Or, mind you, special teams for the Comets made the stop. And, again, my daddy told me a long time ago, when I played for the Cary Imps, we played offense, we played defense, we played special teams. Well, this is what reminds me of what we're seeing in Cary, Dad, because you've got Triple S literally playing on all three sides of the ball.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing how he's able to break 3 tackles after playing defense moments ago on that last touchdown play.
The Woodard Apparel postgame show will be coming up at the end of regulation, end of play, 42-3. Brad Tannis will make his way down there. Coach Brad will try to grab a word with the coaches. You think it might be a good idea to interview Coach Parrish?
Yeah.
Of Triple S?
I'll be keeping my distance on that interview.
Oh, wow.
I'd imagine it'd be short and sweet.
I'll be listening for you. And flags on the play. Stoppage of play goes on again. We might have delay of game. Flag on the play for Triple S. Delay of game. That's what it is. Your public address announcer has not announced it. But it is a delay of game on the Spartans. They called for a timeout, and I guess that they overexceeded it. Is that what it was, Brad? Delay of game, I'm thinking?
Well, right now, it looks like they picked the flag and waved it. So it looked like they were going to throw the flag down and ended up picking it up as they're not giving anything. It's still going to be a 1st and 10 for Triple S.
Boy, you stick your head out the window and you feel the cold air.
Yeah, Wesley, you stuck your head out there many times. I'm just taking your word for it.
You stick your head out the window and you just feel the cold air. Props to everybody in the stands rolling here in Seatown. It was about 60 degrees today. Now we're sitting at a high of 42. Is that what it is? 42 degrees?
It's cold enough. Let's put it that way.
Well.
You can definitely tell that this game is getting out of control. As you look into the crowd on the Clayton side, people are slowly making their way to the parking lot.
Because they know that's over. They won.
Absolutely. And why freeze your tail off when you know you got the win? But you got some very loyal fans out there bundled up just waiting for the final score.
But as the great Matthew McConaughey actor said, playing for Jack Lingle in the movie We Are Marshall, it's not over till the whistle blows.
That's right.
We'll stay with you till the whistle blows, and then we'll stay with you a little bit more for the postgame show presented by Woodard Apparel. Brad Tannis, Wesley Outland with you on the call. Brad, you've done a phenomenal job, dude. You think you've been a veteran color analyst at this.
Man, I just appreciate the opportunity to come out here and do what I love, and that's talk football.
Love to Trey Snide. Appreciate it, man. Trey Snide doing the high school football for WIZS Radio for Vance County, so he's not able to be joining me tonight. Deron George with the carry, couple of yards up the field before he gets stopped by the defense of the Comets. Number 42 for Clayton making the stop there for Deron George.
It looks like they actually got a loss of about 2 yards on that play. That's